Hello and welcome to Coffee and Conversation. I'm your host Karim Rafa and I'm joined today with George Tumor, the Mongolian ambassador to Singapore.
Thank you, Karim.
Are there other sectors that you think Mongolia will be developing on more intently, especially on that entire disruptive tech side of things, be it green energy, more fintech, supply chain management, anything along those lines?
Supply chain management is very important for Mongolia because we are uniquely positioned in Central Asia that connects Europe and Asia through railway, but also can be super energy grid that connects Russia and China in the region. Also, this processing of agricultural products in our land can be in the extreme conditions, but still has the opportunity to grow sustainable organic products that can command much higher prices. The green energy is quite available. Given the land, we have lots of wind energy possibility, and also the solar panels are fantastic opportunities, given that out of 365 days we have over 200 sunny days. And then GE and Softbank, etc., they're working on developing solar panels and wind mills in Mongolia. In the past 40 years, country didn't develop any new city. So just less than a month ago, the Parliament of Mongolia approved the development of 2 new cities. One of them is already has the feasibility study done by German architects and design firms. Investors look into this for a longer term because cities don't get built up overnight. When things are from brand new, I think it's going to be quite interesting development for the next 5 to 10 years.
Infrastructure development, especially in new cities, definitely does point to confidence of the government itself, but also in this case, foreign investment into what is to come as an economy as a whole. You mentioned this city was going to be an eco-city?
It's an eco-city. Basically, you have to be self-sustainable. This feasibility study considered everything to bring the smart development of a modern city using the best available technologies. Self-sustaining means those habitats of the city will be employed by the SMEs that they develop on their own, because it is a land access and the connectivity with the existing infrastructure and everything is quite well considered. When you build from the scratch, the sky is the limit how you want to design it. So when you bring the German engineering technologies, I think you wouldn't go wrong.
Now, I am curious though, because there has been a slump in the global demand for commodities right about now, and most of it's due to COVID, others are due just through the economic cyclical way of things and pricing. Do you think that Mongolia is expecting a return in the demand and higher prices for commodities in the way they're doing things, or divesting longer term onto different sectors?
It has to be both, because commodity is cyclical, and when you have this economic recession in the world, when they come back very strong, because everybody is quite hungry to get things moving. You will need these minerals and commodities and materials. When you command the supply in place, I think you can price it. And then also the gold production in Mongolia is being steadily increasing, and then the trend of gold price is going to be quite positive also around the world. We capitalize on that. Central bank buys all the gold from the local producers, so it creates the gold reserves in the bank as well. So you have to be just smart to play.
Now, George, before we wrap up, I understand that this is a very special year for the diplomatic relations between Singapore and Mongolia.
On June 11th of this year, Singapore and Mongolia will celebrate the 50th anniversary of diplomatic relations. So 50 is quite a significant milestone. Our relationship has been growing quite intensely. Just a recent statistic showed the bilateral trade grew in the last 4 years. Interaction between businesses and people of Singapore and Mongolia grew significantly. What I've been working on was how to utilize this opportunity to bring people-to-people relations through art, culture, and then business communications to a new level. Current pandemic situations, things had to be on hold, but still I'm going to use the digital platform to bring Singapore and Mongolian relationship in a new, interesting ways. Stay tuned for this kind of new opportunities between Singapore and Mongolia.
We are very excited to see where things will go. I'm afraid that's all the time we have today. George, thank you so much for coming on.
Really appreciate it. Wish you all the best. I'm sure you guys will be quite strong when things come back into normal.
We do hope so. This is Coffee and Conversation. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned.